You are standing in the middle of a dusty field in the marshes of the Tiber. The sun beats down on your neck, and the air is thick with the smell of sweat and oiled leather. You aren't a hero yet. You aren't even a soldier. You are a proletarius, a man with nothing to his name but his children. But today, that changes. You've taken the oath, the sacramentum. You have sold your body to the Senate and people of Rome for the next 25 years. This is your journey through the iron-toothed gears of the greatest military machine the world has ever known. This is your life from level 1 to level 10. Level 1, the tiro, the daily struggle. Your life is a repetitive nightmare of physical exhaustion. You aren't given a steel sword yet. You were handed a wooden rudis and a wicker shield that weighs twice as much as the real thing. You spend all day thrusting at a wooden post until your shoulders scream. If you drop your guard, the campidoctor, your drill instructor, will ensure his vine cane finds your ribs. Responsibilities. You learn to march, not just walk, but the militaris gradis, a grueling 20-mile trek in 5 hours, carrying 60 pounds of gear. You learn to build. Every night you dig trenches and haul stakes to build a fortified camp, even if you're only staying for 6 hours. Psychological state. You feel like a ghost. You have no status, no rights, and no identity beyond the serial number etched into your lead dog tag. The fear of the enemy is nothing compared to the fear of failing your first inspection. Level 2, the munifex, the daily struggle. You've survived training. Now you are a burden bearer. You spend your days on fatigue duty, digging latrines, paving roads, and hauling grain. The glamour of Rome is actually the smell of wet clay and the sound of a shovel hitting stone. Responsibilities. You are the wall. In battle, you stand shoulder to shoulder in the scutum wall. You don't swing your sword like a movie hero. You stay behind your shield and deliver short clinical stabs to the guts of the barbarians in front of you. You are a professional killer in a mass production line. Psychological state. Hardened. You've seen your first decimation or seen a comrade flogged. You find comfort only in your contubernium, the 8 men you share a tent with. They are your brothers, your only family in a world that wants you dead. Level 3, the immunes, the daily struggle. You've used your brain to save your back. As an immunes, you are immune from the grueling labor of digging ditches. Instead, you spend your days in the camp hospital as a medic, a capsarios, in the engineering shed building catapults, or in the records office. Responsibilities. You ensure the machine keeps running. You are stitching up gaping wounds, calculating grain ratios, or fletching arrows. You are the middle class of the legion. Psychological state. Relieved but distant. You are still a soldier, and you'll still fight when the trumpets sound, but you feel a sense of superiority over the mules hauling stones outside your tent. Level 4. The decanus, the daily struggle. You are the head of 10. You share the same cramped tent as your 8-man squad, but you are the one responsible for their lives and their discipline. If someone loses their helmet, it's your pay that gets docked. If someone falls asleep on watch, you might be the one holding them down for the execution. Responsibilities. You are the first line of management. You supervise the tent pitching, the cooking of the sour wine and grain, and ensure the watchword is passed correctly at night. Psychological state. Constant anxiety. You are trapped between the demands of the officers and the resentment of your friends. You have to be the toughest man in the tent just to keep the peace. Level 5. The optio, the daily struggle. You stand at the very back of the century during a fight. While the centurion is at the front leading the charge, you are at the rear with a long silver-tipped staff called a hastile. Your job? To physically shove men back into the line if they try to flee. Responsibilities. You are the administrator of the century. You handle the paperwork, the duty rosters, and the training of the new recruits. You are the fixer. If the centurion is the heart of the unit, you are the spine. Psychological state. You are hungry. You are one step away from the legendary vine cane. You're watching the centurion's back, waiting for him to retire or fall in battle so you can take his place. Level 7. The signifer. The daily struggle. You are the most visible target on the battlefield. You wear a wolf or bear scale over your helmet, the paws tied across your chest. You aren't carrying a shield, you are carrying the signum, the soul of the century. Responsibilities. You are the visual signal for every maneuver. If you move, the 80 men behind you move. You are also the unit's banker. You manage the burial fund and the soldiers' savings kept in a strongbox in the underground shrine of the camp. Psychological pressure. Extreme pressure. Losing the standard is a disgrace worse than death. You walk into the thickest fighting with your hands full of a pole, trusting your comrades to shield your body while you hold the honor of Rome aloft. Level 8. The centurion. The daily struggle. You are a god in a crest-adorned helmet. You have survived 20 years of war to get here. Your day is spent enforcing the brutal discipline of the Roman army. You carry a vine staff, and you aren't afraid to break it over the back of a lazy soldier. Responsibilities. You command 80 to 100 men. In battle, you don't hide. You stand at the front right of the formation, the most exposed and dangerous position, to lead by example. You are the tactical expert who decides when to push and when to hold. Psychological state. Calloused and professional. You've seen thousands of men die, and you've ordered the deaths of hundreds more. You are the reason Rome wins. You are the bridge between the aristocratic generals and the common dirt. Level 8. The primus pilus. The daily struggle. You are the highest-ranking centurion in the entire legion. You command the first cohort, the elite of the elite. You don't just worry about 80 men, you are a key advisor to the legate himself. Responsibilities. You guard the Aquila, the golden eagle. You are the veteran of veterans. When the battle is failing and the lines are breaking, it is your voice that thunders over the roar of the enemy, steadying 5,000 men. Psychological state. You are a living legend. You are wealthy, respected, and nearing retirement, but you are also a target. The enemy knows that if the first spear falls, the eagle follows. Level 9. The tribunus laticlavius. The daily struggle. You are in your early 20s, a son of the senatorial elite, and you have just stepped off a comfortable galley into a rain-soaked frontier camp. You wear a broad purple stripe on your tunic, but the salt-crusted veterans look at you with thinly veiled contempt. Your struggle isn't physical labor, it's the crushing weight of expectation and the terrifying realization that you are responsible for thousands of lives despite having never seen a drop of blood spilled in anger. Responsibilities. You are the second in command of the entire legion. While the centurions handle the fighting, you handle the high-level logistics, the legal disputes of the soldiers, and the strategic planning in the legate's tent. You are learning how to rule an empire by managing a war machine. Psychological state. Imposter syndrome. You are surrounded by men who have been killing since before you could grow a beard. You are desperate to prove your Roman virtue, virtus, without making a tactical blunder that gets a cohort slaughtered. Level 10. The legatus legionis. The daily struggle. You sit atop a white horse draped in a scarlet cloak, palundamentum. The weight on your shoulders isn't a pack, it's the geopolitical destiny of Rome. A single command from your lips can erase a tribe from history or lose a province to the flames. You don't sleep. You pore over maps by candlelight while the sounds of 5,000 men sharpening their swords echo outside your tent. Responsibilities. You are the ultimate authority. You answer only to the emperor. You coordinate cavalry, infantry, and siege engines. In battle, you are the conductor of a symphony of violence, watching for the exact moment to commit your reserves and shatter the enemy's spirit. Psychological state. Cold, calculating, and isolated. You are no longer a man. You are the personification of Rome's will. You know that a victory brings a triumph in the streets of Rome, but a defeat means a forced suicide or a lifetime of disgrace. The twist, the Praetorian Guard. You have reached the pinnacle, but you've traded the honest dirt of the frontier for the gilded snake pit of the palace. You are a Praetorian. You earn double the pay, live in the heart of Rome, and wear polished black armor. Your struggle isn't against barbarians, it's against the shadows in the hallways. You are the emperor's personal shadow. You guard his door, but you also watch his every move. You have gone from a protector of the state to a kingmaker. You realize that the same sword you used to defend the emperor can be used to remove him if his interests no longer align with yours. You stand in the throne room. The emperor is screaming, paranoid and failing. You look at your fellow guards. With a single nod, the protectors become the assassins. You plunge your dagger into the man you swore to die for. You aren't just a soldier anymore. You are the hand that decides who wears the purple. You started as a peasant in the mud, and now you are the most dangerous man in the world.